Alright, so based on this paper, and this picture, and that 3x2, and that 3x2, and then understanding that this has to be all symmetrical, so that the 3x2 down here is important, I made all of this. Okay? And once again, I found something very interesting. So let's play. Okay, so first of all, I looked at what it makes. It makes a big M and a more tight W. Okay? And there's a 2x3 right here in the middle, kind of. Okay? And this 2x3 right here of the intersecting of the, man and woman, let's say. This one and this one are similar to both, whereas the other ones are part of one or the other. Okay? And there is a 1:3 ratio. Right on. With like a, two similar. So I find this all very interesting. So what I decided to do was, okay, if this capstone, it was what I decoded and everything, and its red block was like very important. I think that when you have a second, let's say 8-bit cell, it doesn't overlap butting up to it. I think it overlaps it by 2 rows. So the next 8-bit cell will actually land here and go upwards another 7 on top of the 2 that I have highlighted here. Okay. That means that somehow the bottom of this is going to interleave with the top of this. And then my 69 circled is a 70, because it's like literally a 69 that's circled. Okay. And we have to remember the 6,436, but it's in a different plane. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to count for 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 6. That's 19. Okay. So I said, let's just make some math. Let's see how we can connect this to this via a one-dimensional line, which is a 1x5, or a V. Okay, it's a V. We're going to connect it with fly speck in the middle. Okay, so what I did over here, okay, is the 2x3 grid over here sums to 3359. Like, okay, the 2x3 grid here, double click on it. It sums to that. Okay, so when I hit enter, you get 3359. Now my 1x1 of purple is going to be my 1x1 of purple, which is just a 10 plus a 9, which is a 19. It's nothing added, nothing cool and fancy. The sum of those two is that the difference is 480, which I find interesting. On the right-handed God, there are 4 columns and 8 rows, but it's kind of like circled to be 49 gates. Anyways, we're going to look at the green cell now. The green cell and the yellow cell are going to represent the 2 cells here that overlap in the male and woman. Masculine, or man and woman. Okay? So I'm going to count them twice, which means I'm going to count them both forwards and backwards. So what I do over here is I took 110, and I said, 110, that's your forward, and your backward was going to be a 0, 1, 1. But if the 0 is a 1, you're going to have a 1, 1 with a 0 at the end. But that 0 at the end is going to be the circle for everything. Okay? So you're going to get a circle 10. Are you? Yeah, sorry. Jeez. You're going to get a 1, 0, 0, which is a 1, 0, 0. But the last 0 is going to be circling it all. So you're going to have circle 10, which is an 11, which is an 11. Okay, so that should be forward. That should be backwards. The 174, same thing. Backwards is going to be 47 circled. Okay? Instead of 10 circled. Because of 100. Because this one ended in a 0, and this one ended in also a 0. So it gets... I did a step together. I should have put, 470. Anyways, so it's 48. So the sum of this is going to be this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay? Plus the sum of these two. And that's going to be 3, 7, 2, 1 with the difference of, like a circled 37 or a 38. Or a 33 circled 5 times, kind of. But not. Anyways. So all we've done so far, we counted for the doubling of this cell, the doubling of this cell, the singling of those 2 cells with the summing of this. We've accounted for the summing of this. What's left? The top stuff. Okay, the top stuff is just going to be 19. Okay, some of that. Some of that is 18, sorry, 18. Okay, so that's forward 18. Where we counted the zeros at the top as 1. Okay. And then backwards, you'd be 81, but that 1 is actually a 0 backwards, so it's an 80. So it's a little bit easier to decode than these, because these were used twice. But over here, look, a man and woman, only the 14 and the 16 are used by the women energy. Maybe that's why, 67% is feminine energy, maybe? And the other is masculine. That bridges it. Your 1 is a 3, dot, line dot. Anyway. So when you take this number, when you take this number here, it's going to be the sum of these 3 cells. Okay? And it's going to be equal to that, which is a difference of 39, which I think is hilarious. It's like a circle, doubly circled 37 because of the 1 and the grid it's in. Anyway, so where do we get that 39? So backwards, so 18 and 18 backward, 81 backwards, or 80 backwards, okay, is this. 39, if you take all the digits from here to here and put them all in a line, okay, you have 7, 10, where 0 is a 1. Actually, no. Because we counted 0 as 1 here, we're going to count 1 as a 0 here. Okay, so if these are all 1s up here, we're going to be all 0s down here. So that's why I didn't do this. So you're going to have basically, whatever. I'm counting them both as 0s. Okay, everything, look, you have a 1, 1, you have another 1, another 1. Anyways, 7, 10. If you do 7, 11, there's your 76. There's your 235. And there's your 712. If you make that a 0, that a 0, and that a 0, and you sum all these together, you get 39. Anyways, what does this make? Okay, what does this tell me? I'm thinking it's starting to spell woman. Okay, here's your W. W. Okay. I think here's your O. I think here's your M, Your A is created when the O comes up here. Okay? So, if this is this, that means this is this. So let's think of that. Or let's fill it with like yellow. And that is technically the whole for your Armageddon A, which is this. Hold on. I have to hit Control. Sorry, I had a brief moment of... There you go. Which is for your A, your Armageddon A. Okay? This. Okay, so you have a W down to the 10, over to the 50, and up. W, O, big M, there's your A. It's like a dot with a, going to another one with a thing hanging off it, It's like going to the center, which would be the 5 here, which would be the 70 here. So that'd be your 75. But then it'd be like, as a new one, which would be like a 76, which then creates a V. And the V is a bend. Maybe there's 2 Vs. One going this way, one going this way. Maybe that makes an N. I think it does. Like, doesn't it? Chicken lips. If you were to combine them and rotate them, let's say, you'd have a pipe, like a V, and like a pipe. But anyway. Oh, maybe the ends would just straighten up and you'd have a pipe, a slash, a pipe. Yeah, that's what would happen, because you would have a forward slash, a backward slash, and then a backward slash forward slash, right? And then that would straighten up to become like a pipe. It's like a pipe followed by like a regular slash. Regular slash and then a pipe. Woman. Anyways, if we just Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, that. Okay. Just take a look at this for a second. I'll put the link, don't worry. Okay. Right. I used a theorem based on these cells because of the intersection. Like, where's the heaven of the W and the M? Would be like these. And those would be here. And if that one's off of this, then you can only assume that the 10, that this one, the one off of it, will be the 7 as well. Like, it's mirrored. Which means that this stuff up here would go to the 76. And that's how you connect everything together. Look, you're connecting a bunch of 2x3s together. You're connecting this 2x3 with this 2x3 via this guy. And then you're connecting this 2x3, well, kind of to that 2x3, by this guy, to be symmetrical of this. And then he'd be connecting to the next one. Yeah, it's very interesting. I got that number again. No, I was looking for it. It just made sense. I don't know. You can disagree with summing these values. You can disagree with that all you want. You can disagree with how I interpreted that. You can disagree how I interpreted, count them as zeros. Because I count them 1 everywhere else, so I might as well count them all as zeros. You gotta be fair. A 1 is a 0, so if I'm counting them both as 1s, they're going to be a 1, 1. And if I'm counting both as zeros, they're going to be a 0, 0. Okay? 0 is still a 0. It doesn't get switched. Just counting the 1s as 0 as well. There's only 2 1s to be converted here. Honk. Anyway, I just think this is rather interesting. That took minimal effort, but no one really seems to care. It only spells I am woman from a certain point of view. If you, hold on, file, or is there a way to do this? Redo. Yeah. If you were to include all these stuffs, wouldn't that be just like, I am woman from a certain point of view? If you count the in and out of the plane between the 76 and the V it makes, which connects a new, like you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 3x2s connected by, I guess 3. Yeah, you have 4 2x3s. Wow. Connected by 2 1x1s. 3 1x1s. 3 1x1s. That one's kind of connected. And that one's connected. And that one's connected. And that one's used twice. And that one's used once. And that one's used once. Interesting. I am a woman. You see the eye, right? Like the eye is pretty obvious, guys. Like, I know this is, here, I'll make it a brighter shade of, like, deeper shade of red. Is that better? I don't know. I am woman. Yeah, that's funny. I didn't think I'd be making a video about that today. The other thing is about funniness is thinking about your higher self and whatnot. Apparently I have to watch this movie. Again, someone else brought it up too. But apparently I'm Emmett. But, like, I'm the special, but then you gotta realize that no one's special. And, we're all master builders. And, like, the table is one reality of the Matrix. The fathers. Then the child creates, like, the savior, who is Emmett. And at the end of the movie, the daughter gets to play, the N+3 reality, or the N+2 reality from N. Father, son, daughter. 3 is 1. Code like that. Yeah.